What's up everybody, Kanai here and welcome back to Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. I've got a Greater Rift version of the Tal Rasha build that I've been using for Wizards in 2.3. I made a video recently which was just for regular rifts and Torment 10, which I think is quite fun. This is more tuned for Greater Rifts, and I'm pleased to say that this is also, not that I'm doing it, but the build that I imagined would be really good is the top performing #1 build for Wizards right now. It's not using the comets, but in fact using the energy twister with the Ransellor's Folly. I must admit, maybe I'm a bit biased, but I really like these bracers, and I'm pleased to see that this build is the top performing build, because I personally think it is the best. It may not hold like the top spot for the entirety of the season, but to me, I think that it's the least stressful. It's got amazing control because of the twister, and it's just a lot of fun to play. There is also the Vyres set and the new Archon build that is really close to this. In fact, I believe if we were to switch to seasons, this is probably the top performing build for seasons. Solo Wizard, right? Hero details, and yep, there it is. I don't know if this is actually going to stay this way though after this season, because I just read a blue post saying that they are looking into, for patch 2.4, the next patch after the season, they're looking into changing the sets Delsere and Tal Rasha. And I think that's because Blizzard recognizes just how powerful these sets are on their own, and especially when combined, so they may be tweaking it to improve it, they are saying. So that way the synergy maybe between them and on their own is even stronger than it currently is now. Alright, so let's go over the details of the gear really quick. Again, if you've watched my previous video for the regular Rift build, this is almost the exact same stuff for gear and for skills. We're using 3 pieces of the Delsere. I've got it in the boots, hands, and shoulder slots. Again, you want the Nilfur's Boast in the Kanai cube because it will give you the max amount of meteor damage that way. Furnace for the weapon, Ring of Royal Grandeur. So we get the 4-piece bonus for the Delsere, and we've got Tal Rasha in the amulet, chest, belt, pants, and offhand, with the 6-piece bonus coming from the ring. Crown of the Primus in the head slot, Ransellor's Folly. Again, these are amazing bracers for controlling all of the lesser enemies. This doesn't count towards elite enemies, unfortunately, but all those other annoying bastards, from the ranged guys that are like throwing spears at you to the assassins that are stabbing you in the neck, just cast a twister and off they go into your slow time bubble, and that's the end of them. And for our legendary gems, Gizzard for survivability, Bane of the Trapped, and Zay's Stone. Definitely, those 3 gems I think are some of the best that you can have for this build. Aetherwalker is going to be our weapon of choice here for Greater Rifts and for bounties as well. Teleport no longer has a cooldown, but costs 25 arcane power instead. Looking at our skills, we've got Shock Pulse, Piercing Orb. This is going to give us our Lightning Meteor from the Tal Rasha set. Energy Armor with Force Armor. This is a must for Greater Rifts because the enemies are hitting a lot harder. I don't take this for normal Torment 10 regular Rift runs because honestly I think once you get used to Torment 10, it's really not necessary. Slow time, definitely. It doesn't matter what your rune you put here because the Crown of the Primus is going to give us all the runes anyway. Energy Twister with Mistral Breeze is going to be our cold damage, activating our Ice Meteor. Magic Weapon with Force Weapon for extra damage, and Teleport with Calamity for our arcane damage. And this is actually probably one of the more interesting and almost scary but exciting aspects of this build, is because we're actually using Teleport and the Calamity, which causes a Force Blast out of the center of us once we arrive at our location to cause arcane damage, to get our Arcane Meteor to fall as well. And you don't even have to be right in an enemy's face when you do this, because the force wave is actually quite big. So you can kind of teleport to the side of them just for a little bit of safety, and the force wave will still hit them and cause the arcane meteor to hit them on the head, which is great. Our passives, Elemental Exposure, and I've seen a variety of ways that people do this. Some people take, for example, Glass Cannon and Blur. They might take what else would they take? Glass Cannon and Illusionists for the extra cooldown off of slow time. I like to, personally, I like Glass Cannon and I like Conflagration for the extra crit, and Unstable Anomaly, of course, for our cheat death skill. And that's pretty much it there, guys. I think I'll let the gameplay speak for the rest of the explanation and demonstration of this Greater Rift build for Wizards. Tal Rasha is alive and well here in patch 2.3, and if all goes well, if Blizzard does a good job, and I'm expecting them to for the revamps of the Delsere and Tal Rasha, that we could see some really powerful stuff in patch 2.4. That's going to do it for this video on the Greater Rift version of the Tal Rasha build for Wizards in patch 2.3. Again, this is currently the #1 build, the best build on the leaderboards for solo Wizards, and rightly so. I mean, it's really close between this and the Vire's new Archon build, but I think that this is the better build. It's more fun to play, it's less stressful because you don't have to worry about keeping up stacks of anything, so you can just focus on like what's happening on the screen instead of like how many stacks of something that you have, or you know, excessively casting something just to keep up your damage or something like that. I can handle it, but I know a lot of people, myself included, would rather not have to deal with that. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Click the like button to support these Diablo 3 videos here on the channel. I've got more builds coming up soon. Thanks again for watching. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.